Hello guys, welcome to my channel DIY Tran. Today I got a video interesting one for you. Well, basically as I was driving yesterday, all of a sudden when I came to a park, one of my headlight, which is on this side, went off. Okay, and I got a signal inside my car saying that my headlight is off. Okay, so that is weird for 2018 and as fast, and if it is, it's very bad. I actually really like this car, but we'll get into that another story. But now that I see these kind of these things happening like that, it's really bad, unfortunately. But okay, anyhow, I actually so I was a little curious, so I this morning I came out and I before you go in to buy a light bulb, okay, don't go and buy a light bulb yet. Always, in any car actually, okay, if you one of your light bulb go out, don't go buy a light bulb yet. Take it out and inspect it, and then switch it to the other side, okay, and see if it works. Or sometimes you could actually see on the light bulb, and actually a lot of times you can see on the light bulb too, maybe. But I would suggest you switch it and see if it works. If it doesn't work, that means you're okay. Then you go and buy a light bulb, okay? But okay, in this scenario, when I took it and switched to this side, it worked. And when I took this side, the good side that's working, and I put it on the other side, back to the side that didn't work, it didn't come on. So basically we do know right now that both bob light works, okay, headlight works. It's just that one side is not working. So now it got me at something. It's a fuse problem, okay? So right here is the compartment for the fuse box, okay? I got one hand here. I'm trying to open it. Okay, and also my car is really dirty, so later I'm gonna clean it up anyway, the whole entire car. But the fuse, okay, here are the fuses over here, and if you look on this side of the box, there's all the fuses label, okay. I actually turn on the engine, because if you don't turn on the engine, and what you do is you want to if you want to test all the fuse, what you want to do is, give me a second here, you want to take this tester, okay, you want to put it into the negative, okay, then you're gonna test every one of them, but some of them it's gonna be off. If you leave your car off, so it won't come on the light. But if you turn it on and test every of these fuses, it's gonna work. Then you go in the compartment right here inside your car. There's a fuse box right here. Unfortunately, when you take it out, I test every one of them, it worked. And I've seen on Google that I checked for this scenario, there's so many people running into this problem scenario. There was a gentleman said in his situation was a fuse B plus 50 amp, okay, B2 50 amp, and I believe he said was no, let me see, B2 and B5, sorry, B2 and B5, okay, 50 amp. Apparently It's this and this. But this scenario, these things are very, very, very rare, okay, to blow on a fuse. And if it does, you gotta replace this whole thing, each one of them. They don't sell separately, okay? So don't go and replace that just yet, because that's not for that gentleman. Somebody told one of the mechanics said it was that dealer, but at the same time, it might not even be it, and they tell you it is, and then it doesn't work, okay? But one of the guy for his, he said the mechanic did that for him and it worked. But at the same time, like I said, sometimes you don't trust the mechanic. Certain mechanic just has to change that for something just to make you money when it probably didn't, okay? But the real scenario, what happened was, okay, what I did was I still keep my light here, put on the negative side. I put my test light, okay? Basically this, you don't have to remove anything here, okay? All these, I've seen a guy removing all these brackets on the side like that. You don't need to, okay? So the headlight is right here, okay? Okay, this is the one, okay? So basically you just need to turn this by hand. It'll come off, like right now, like I'm turning it and it comes off, okay? Okay, so now we know it turns and come off. Once it turns and come off, okay, you turn all the way and it comes off. Pull out your light bulb. It's a little bracket, like something like, basically, let's, for example, one end goes in here and one end goes out. I'm just making an example, okay? So basically, you just take the switch and pull it out. And to test it, you know what? I'm gonna actually do it for you. Just give me a second here. I'll try to take it out and then I'm going to show you what it looks like. So basically here it is. You just turn and take it off. This side is a little more tricky because it's tight underneath here. But on the other side, if you notice, there's a lot of room. Okay, right. I'm trying to get right there. There's a lot of room in there, but this side's a little tight. So basically, when you take this out, you see how it's laying down like this? You just turn it to the left, okay? You hold the piece, you switch it, you turn to the left, and it comes off, okay? Now, let me try and get this light back in. It's a little tricky, but it will come off. And once it's out, you just need to play around with it and take it out, okay? Just give me a second here. Okay, there you go. Okay, so you see the light is out, okay? There's a clip right there, okay? I'm having trouble with my hands here. So basically, I'm doing one hand and trying to take this out at the same time. Sorry guys, I need to put this down. Okay, there you go. That's how it looks, okay? Put this down. Just put it inside like that. You see how there's light here? I'm just making a test. There's lights going on, okay? So what you want to do is you want to come on this side. You see the probe? Here. Let me turn on the car because it doesn't work this way. Okay, I'm gonna show you this example. See, my car's on, and then now this side's acting up. You see that? This side was the good side, but I switched the bulb, and earlier it worked. Okay, since I did this for you, it didn't work. Okay, so it's a good thing. So it's a good thing. So you see, the light is on. Okay. So that means you know the circuit here and the fuse is okay. Okay. So just let me find a way to rest this phone down, and I'll get to the light part. So now, as you can see, the light worked, right? Okay. Yeah, as long as it's resting good. Okay, we know the light's on that side. Now you notice that this side is no light now, because I switched the light earlier and I checked, it still worked. Now we're gonna take this out. This is perfect. You see that? There you go. This is the worst thing about the Hyundai Sonata. I don't know with any other Hyundais like this, but for the Sonata, you know, I love this car, but disappointing. Because with a scenario like this, you could be going to a mechanic and they will be charging all kinds, change this, change that, and you're gonna go nuts when it doesn't work. Okay? Basically, as you can see now, both lights working. Okay? Basically, the little switch, the connector inside, okay? Inside of here, for some reason, it's just messed up in terms of the circuit way. And you gotta tap it to play around with it. It's not the fuse or anything, okay? But first check all the fuses. Some car, that does happen. Like the light bulb goes off and then, you know, it goes off, and then of course when you check it and then the light bulb actually go off, and then you have to change it. But first of all, before that happens, you should be switching the light bulb and see if it actually work. If it both sides work, okay, but once both light bulb work, okay, then you know one side has a problem. Play around with that connector that goes into that light bulb, okay, or clean it up and try to move and fiddle around with it. That could be just a small issue now, but because a lot of people don't know, jumping to all kinds of story, and it become a big issue where it was actually a small issue where it doesn't even need to cost any money for it. Okay, basically the wire is just jammed somehow because it's very tight in there, and then when you squeeze the connector in somehow in the beginning where pressure's on it, just when you put back in the connector, make sure the wire's on the side properly. That way it doesn't have a pressure on the wire and it works fine. Okay guys, so I hope this video helps you in regard to that, because earlier in the day I didn't record it for you guys because I was trying to figure out myself and it driving me nuts. But then when I start playing around and gave it another shot with the wire, it worked. I tested the light inside, I mean the connector for power, and there is light, which I use this, right? So that's when I figure, why is the light not working? Basically the connector is loose, somehow it's jamming on it, giving it a short. Okay, so guys, hopefully this video helps you. Give it a thumbs up if you like, and please subscribe. That'll help me a lot. Thank you.